If your product is the secret sauce, Food for Thought is your perfect kitchen. Hey, all you podcast fans out there, are you looking to spice up your brand's presence? Well, we've got a golden opportunity just for you. Introducing Food for Thought, the podcast that dishes out more than just great recipes. With our engaging content and a growing audience, sponsoring a segment on Food for Thought is like adding the perfect seasoning to your marketing mix. And guess what? Season 2 kicks off on June 6th at 8 p.m. So if you've got a product that needs a shout-out, don't wait. Shoot us an email at foodforthought1424@gmail.com. Don't miss out on this chance to be heard by thousands of foodies and podcast lovers. Tune in, turn up your brand's heat, and let's cook up some success together. Remember, it's not just food, it's food for thought. See you there.
Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's up, y'all? Trent Small, the chef, aka Red Specs. I'm in the building with my co-host Papa Wolf, aka Alpha Moon, and this is Food for Thought, man. Y'all know what this is, man. Yeah. Live every Thursday night from 8 to 10 p.m. We'll be discussing food, music, and the truth. Streaming on all platforms, including Spotify for podcasters, man. And when we say let's go, let's get into it, D.
A new year calls for a new kind of podcast. Live every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Welcome to Food for Thought, man. Yeah, I'm your host, Trent Small, the chef, a.k.a. Red Specs, with my co-host, Papa Wolf, a.k.a. Alpha Moon. We are in the building.
The building, baby.
Yeah, man. First off, we want to thank our listeners and viewers who took the time out to come here to rock with us here on Food for Thought, man.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you.
So if you be so kind as to follow, like, comment, share, and hit that notification so you don't miss any of the episodes, we will appreciate it, man. Monetary donations and gifts are always welcome here at Food for Thought. You can Cash App us at Cash App for Food for Thought FFT, or Zell us at Food for Thought 1424 at Gmail. And we'll get that. Thank you very much for those donations and everything, man. Once again, Food for Thought is taking those notifications and those videos of all genres so we can get busy with that, man, so we can play it here on FFT. So send your submissions to Food for Thought 1424 at Gmail. And make sure it's an MP4 file, man, so we can get it on the show. God damn it.
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, baby.
Yeah. Alpha Moon, what is good this week, man? What is good?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on, man, this week.
You ain't lying.
I'm getting ready to get up out of here, man. Tomorrow I'm going to New Orleans.
Oh, big up to that. Big up to that.
Yeah, man, anniversary. So me and wifey going out there, but it's a lot of stuff going on in the news. I just seen they got the hostages, the biggest hostages trade,
Yes, since the Cold War. Yeah, since the Cold War. So good for the families. They got them home. You know what I mean? So that's kind of big up for them coming back, man. They've been out there for a minute, man.
For a minute. So, that's been crazy.
Yeah. Vernon Rembert, I see you in the building. Yo, was good, buddy.
Yeah, so that's going on there. The house hunting thing is still coming along real good. Paperwork, sending this.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the next time go around, if you happen to do it twice or whatever, that'll be a little more simpler. I'm just saying, man.
I'm saved bad twice. I ain't trying twice. Like, yeah.
I'm just saying, man, if you happen to, get rich, man, and whatever, food for thought, bring some cash in, you could get a new house or something. What'd you think?
I don't know. You know me. I'll be invested at somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, I tell you, man.
Chris P joint right there. You know what I mean? I can't. Yeah, man. And then did you see anything going on with Israel and all of them? Like
when they dropped the bomb, yeah. It's getting ugly on that side, man. Yeah. And I don't know.
I know we don't really jump too deep into the politics, but like to me, it's kind of weird, because they saying it's like, he really Netanyahu, I don't know the names, right? But he just wants to drag in like, the United States and stuff like that to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So he bombed them people, looking for that leader. They knew where he was at all along, they said. So it's just getting crazy, man. The world is getting wild, man. It's getting wild.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but tonight, man, we gonna have a real
what we got tonight, Jake? Bring it up, baby.
Okay, I gotta bring it up. Yeah, tonight's guest is one of a third of the Latin Grammy award-winning nominee and an Emmy Award winner. We got DLG, aka Latin Dark Grooves, in the building, aka James the Barba.
Yeah, James the Barba in the building.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, also, we're gonna have from the 1992 rap group Zhigge Tribe, had a big hit. They had a couple of big hits.
Yes,
Do The Uptown Bounce, all of that. They had some hits there. We're going to have him in here. Kzo, a.k.a. Kamal, a.k.a. Mr. International Zoe in the building.
In the building, man. Yeah, man. I ain't seen them brothers in so long.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be real good chopping it up with them, seeing what they doing, what this International Zoe is all about, what James is up to. You know what I mean? They cutting DJ hair when he's a little baby. You know what I mean? Little boy. Yeah. So it's going to be good. And then we're going to have Pinky coming in because he got a whole bunch of news and, sports stuff that he going to drop off. You know what I mean? So
no doubt.
Hopefully he calmed down. He was kind of tight last week with that, with the shooting and thing like that. Hopefully, he calmed down. So.
Yeah, man. BK Pinky going to be in the building, man.
What's going on your side?
Not much. I did some stuff that people don't normally like to do, and that's paint. So I was painting the basement downstairs because it was a mess after a while, the walls and stuff like that, So just painting it up and making it a little brighter like it used to be when I first bought the house. So. But painting is not one of my things I like to do,
If the room is real small, like a bathroom with one wall, then I'll paint it like a small bathroom with one wall. Because I ain't trying to be painting and doing all. But I like it. I put on some music, do what I got to do. You know what I mean? I'm more like, the handyman, like to fix stuff up. And now that we got this time on our hands, this retired life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's to sit back and, do what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? And how you do it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's no joke.
That's a good thing.
I mean, I'm enjoying it, I can't complain about it, man. I don't have to get up every morning and go to work.
What happened to the Beast? What happened to the Beast? A couple of people text me, said they don't see the Beast on the streets and stuff like that no more. The truck, the big Beast.
Oh yeah. So what happened with that is that it had a transmission issue with one of the sensors. So there's a sensor on there that has to be fixed, and technology.
That thing drive itself. That thing drive itself, man.
Yeah.
I can't mess around with that, man. That thing drive itself, man. No.
Yeah. I mean, listen, people like they Ram trucks and stuff like that. I'm a GMC guy, so you know, I like my GMC, whether you guys don't or not, but that's my thing.
I'm with cousin Bob. What Bob you said we used to ride around on, and that's what I'm with. What do you had?
Suzuki Samurai.
We pile up in that.
Yeah, Suzuki Samurai.
Yeah, we was good with that, man. We pile up in that. We good to go. You know what I mean?
Man.
So that's it, man.
So let's get into a little bit of this news, man, because your boy Redhead is bugging right now.
Or like Pinky say, Agent Orange.
Agent Orange is messing up.
Yeah, Agent Orange.
Yeah, so Trump falsely accused Vice President Kamala Harris of deciding to turn black during this panel discussion with black journalists Wednesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this event was confrontational from the beginning, right?
Right from jump.
From the jump. Trump sparred with these three moderators from the National Association of Black Journalists. Also, ABC News, Rachel Scott was there at the same time. She was one of the three moderators there on the panel. Yeah. So Donald Trump made a combative, appearance there at this conference, and it was really heated. Heated question and answer session that most of the time was just focused only on the race of Kamala Harris and nothing else. It was just like he was just
he was just sidestepping a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So
I checked it out. I seen it. So I'll wait for you.
Yeah, Trump claimed that I didn't know until a few years ago that Kamala Harris who was Indian. I didn't know. He started all that crap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So he said he didn't know until a few years ago that Harris, who is Indian black heritage was black. You know what I'm saying? He suggested that she decided to turn black all of a sudden, only for political gain.
Like she playing the race card. That's what he.
Yeah. This is just another tactic to discredit Vice President Kamala Harris. What you think?
We try not to get too much into it because we laugh about it off the scene and not laugh like ha ha. Listen, to me, is right and wrong. You stand on your principles and you stand 10 toes down, real talk. So if you see this man saying the things that he's saying and you see the other side saying the things that they saying, it's a no-brainer. I don't understand it. And the thing, I think he does it a lot for attention because I did see that, that when he was there and right out the gate, she asked him, she went in professionally and she wanted some answers for a couple of those things that he was doing the Latin hustle on and break dancing on and doing the Trump waltz and all of that mess on, and she was like, I want to know. And he just, you're very nasty. First of all, you didn't even say, hello, how are you? And and I'm not harping on him or you vote for who you vote for. Just don't sit back and don't vote at all. You know what I mean? Vote if you believe that that's what he can do for you, and you believe in what he said, then vote. If you believe someone else can do it, then do that. But I tell you what, no matter who it is in there, if they ain't doing the right thing, I don't care if it's Republican, Democrat. You don't got my vote. You don't got my vote. And Trump is just dancing around, no policies. He do got a policy. That's that
2025 people. Look that up if you guys haven't looked at that, man. Yeah. And there's a lot of things they trying to do to us and send us back to the Stone Age, man. And we ain't having it.
And respect. Look at if they vote her in and say she does win. She ain't doing what she's supposed to do. Then we exercise our right, vote out to the next person. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way, you know, it got to go. It's a process. It's a step-by-step thing. You know, that's how I look at it.
It's just people don't want it there. And we mentioned this last week when we were saying that Republicans, they already knew when Joe was there.
Oh, yeah.
That it was over. They already knew. They was like, we got this in the bag. We're going to, you know, take this from Joe. Boom, boom, boom. Then when they did, like you said, the okie dokie on them.
Yeah, Democrats flipped it on real slick.
And put Kamala there. Now they're like, oh, okay, we got to change our plan. Plan B.
And now they mad. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what Joe told them. Like, that's it. And then Kamala said, if you got something to say, you seen that? You got something to say?
Oh, yeah, say it to my face. Big up to her, man.
I don't know, man. We in for a treat, man. We in for a treat. Everybody keep their third eye open, because this gonna be a wild ride, baby. It's gonna be a wild ride.
November is gonna be ugly.
Yeah. Yep.
So tuck your kids in, man, and
that's right.
Get ready for like Alpha Moon said, the ride. We get ready for it.
Go on that.
It's
not
gonna
that
be
Earth, Wind, and Fire joint neither.
Nah,
that Earth, Wind, and Fire joint.
You know, it's gonna be ugly. So also in the news, the New York, because we was talking about the migrants, I think last season.
Yeah.
So, because I guess people stopped talking about them because so much stuff is going on. We not even paying attention to the migrant thing, right? So
designed like that. That's how it's designed.
Yeah. They try to get you off of whatever subject is on, you know. Yeah. So New York State Supreme Court has ruled against Mayor Eric Adams' attempt to block the migrants from busing into New York City. Yeah. So the mayor has requested a preliminary injunction to ban Texas-based bus companies from transporting them to the city, the asylum seekers to the city. The New York Council Liberties Unions argued that Mayor Adams' move was unconstitutional. The courts agreed to reject the mayor's request. So I guess that's it. We can't do it.
They started all that, and if somebody correct me if I'm wrong. They started all that with Florida, with the governor,
DeSantis.
With DeSantis, and then once DeSantis got away with it, then Texas, started doing it, and then they started dropping them off there. And I just believe that it's just to cause mass confusion and don't like these people because they coming in. We all ancestors that came here like that. You know what I'm saying? To this melting pot.
Yeah.
I just believe they have to find a better way of doing things with them where it's not a quality of life issue for the people of New York to that to that extent. Kids got to get educated. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to put masses amount of the migrant kids in the schools where the other kids can't even get in. So that's more like a issue with like the Department of Education, and they should have different protocols and things set up like that.
Right.
But when they getting bust and don't know when they're getting here, they next thing you know, they got 3-4 buses. You can't set up for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to process them and stuff like that. So it's a shame.
I think that in the beginning that they did it all wrong. Like you said, from Florida, and they shouldn't even done it that way.
No.
They should have sat down with New York and said, listen, we have these people coming, X, Y, and Z. What can we do with them?
But they didn't. They wanted to prove a point. Well, those are sanctuary cities. Well, take a couple of these people. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Not knowing these people are traveling, they tired, they got kids, they've been through so much. Like, where's the humanity?
It was none.
Yeah.
It was just like treating them like animals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like here. And some of them was living on the street for like days on end because
Listen, when you come in and you coming from places that these people allegedly come from and all of that, it's kill or be killed. So they come to a city where we look at it like, wow, look, this is crazy here. It's paradise for them. It's easy for them. So when it comes down to I got nowhere to feed my kids, I can't do it. That's human nature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For some it's human nature. Like, you gotta get it by all means necessary.
Yeah. And not only that, like you said, some people need to come here for reasons that we don't know, whatever. But there are some that's here doing the wrong thing. I do not agree with that at all. Don't come here thinking you're gonna beat up our cops, thinking you're gonna sell drugs, steal motorcycles, steal bikes, do all of these kind of things when you get over here, because that's a no-no. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand that, you guys want to come over here, but you don't come over here like that. Yeah. And that's part of maybe some of the stuff that Trump says that I agree with. You know what I'm saying? As far as that, you don't come over here trying to, do all this stuff, because it's not good. It's not good at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's just, and that's one of the reasons that the situation in the city in Manhattan is so messed up. You know what I mean? When we had the reunion, you couldn't even place them, and they had them in the park, Randall's Island.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Let's see what we got in the chat. Let's see who's in the chat, baby. Eyes get lost in music in the chat. Also, on our other side of our Facebook, Kendrick.
We see you, Kate. We see you, Kate.
Cannon in the building. And April's always in the building. What's up, April? Thank you for those pictures, man. We appreciate those pictures.
Thank you, cousin April. Yeah.
Yeah. She definitely put our stuff on. And
yeah. April, cousin April Spencer, she won our viewers choice contest last season. So she did real good. Yeah, she did real good. She logging in all the time, so she looking for this season. She ready to get her another food for thought basket with all the goodies in it.
Exactly. And once again, you guys better be looking at all the episodes. If you have to binge watch, you go back and look at the episodes, because the questions that we're gonna give you guys should know.
Yep, because the questions come from each one of the guests that appeared on our show. Some of the questions might be 2 questions, multiple choice, you know what I mean? And whoever gets the most questions right, they get the gift basket, and we move from there. You know what I'm saying? We do it from there. So that's how that goes. And
that's going to go down on August 29th. August 29th, of course, is our season finale.
I'm gonna cry.
It's a season finale. So what we do is that contest. So you guys get to listen up and get in there and stop playing games.
Yeah.
And really listen to what's going on.
Yeah, get it going. We waiting for another one of our guests to get in there. We see Kzo, he there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I've been let me get to our sponsors real quick, because we didn't do that. Get to our sponsors.
Today's episode is sponsored by Dubby Energy Drinks. Dubby allows you to have faster reaction time paired with laser-sharp focus without the jitters or a crash. If you want to start winning more, this is for you. The Premium Energy Drink Dubby.
Get 10% off your entire order from Dubby when you use coupon code Food for Thought, which helps support the podcast.
Yeah, man. Coupon code Food for Thought. Yeah. And you can get 10% off your whole order over there on Dubby, man.
And them shakes are pretty good.
Yeah, man. I have today. I have push and punch.
Whoa.
Stop the
Harlem chop cheese that up, man. Harlem chop cheese that up, man.
I know.
You got the what?
Wait, hold on. I know that this is going to be a Harlem thing on the show today.
Yo,
I know it's going to be Harlem Renaissance here tonight. But
when they come on, please don't do no, you know what I mean? Nah. You know what I mean? We can't have that.
But I have to, it's our sponsors, right? It's our partners and sponsors, so I have to say what
that other thing I stopped right there, you know what I mean?
But that's the flavor. That's the flavor I'm drinking. Right?
What's the flavor?
Push and punch. Oh wow.
They have some weird names, man. They do. All of that stuff like that, they do.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to check on here, see what's going on.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into tonight's guests, man. Yes.
Yeah, they's in.
So tonight's guest, a member of the former salsa trio Dark Latin Groove, DLG. The group was formed in New York. The music has a blend of salsa, reggaeton, and hip hop. Welcome 3-time Latin Grammy nominee and Emmy winner, James the Barba on the show, man. What's up?
So we were nominated for 3 regular Grammys. 3 regular Grammys. We won a Latin Grammy.
Let's get it right, Jay. Let's get it right.
That's it. Yeah.
And about 5 billboards. 5 billboards, whatever. So accolades and all that.
Talk.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit late. I was chasing that check, trying to get this closing. I'm trying to sell one of my buildings.
Hey, listen.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
We gonna talk about, but don't worry, because Kzo. Oh, we gonna talk about brother Kzo. That's Mr. International Zone, boy.
He's doing his thing.
Another time zone.
Yeah, so also joining us tonight, man, from the 1992 group Zhigge Tribe, with their hits like Toss It Up, Rakin in the Dough, and Do the Uptown Bounce. Do the Uptown Bounce. Yeah, welcome Kzo, AK International Zoe in the building, man. What's good, man? What's going on, man?
What up, James?
Yeah,
yo,
man.
what's up, Kzo?
When the last time you seen K, James?
I've been trying to chase him. Every time I land in one of his countries he's at, he's gone already.
Oh, man.
That's what I was just trying to tell you. When you said you was late, you got to catch him on an international time zone. This brother's like going over.
Yeah, man.
Are you in the city, K?
No.
I'm in Colombia, Medellin.
Excuse me.
And I'm flying out to Puerto Rico tomorrow.
Yes, yeah. Because you got a show tomorrow, right?
Well, I got rehearsal tomorrow, but show is on Saturday at the Coliseum.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man. So let's start with you, James. Tell the people who you are and where you come from, my brother.
James the Barber. I'm from Spanish Harlem. My nationality is half West Indian, half Puerto Rican. There's no reason for you to try to figure out whether I'm black or Indian or whatever that is. But
no Trump comment there.
And born and raised in Spanish Harlem. I moved to the Bronx about 25 years ago. I was fortunate to start getting into the real estate game, and I did all right purchasing up in the Bronx before it got crazy. And but I did music for a long time. Actually started out as a dancer with Zhigge when we were just dancers, and they started recording. I wound up going on tour with Sister Soldier. I was still family. That's just the way the whole network was made up. That's why Zhigge Tribe was so important and so influential, is that people were in and out, and we were just all a nucleus group. I was part of the nucleus. Our first paid gig was to Japan, and we was actually hired as dancers, not even for music. And And then after leaving Sister Soldiers, when I started, I was hosting and stuff, and wound up getting in the Spanish industry. Toured with Tito Nieves for 2 years, and then did DLG. And knock on wood, it took off for me. And here we are, like almost 30 years later. I'm still touring, still getting them checks every month.
That's all that matter, man. That's all that
That's
matters.
right. That's all.
Yeah, man. How about you, Cole? Okay, tell everybody who you are, where you come from, my brother.
Oh, wait. Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
Just so you know, it all started in my barbershop. I stole Kzo. He was cutting hair. He was being known as a young barber, and I stole him, told him come cut with me. So it wasn't like my shop, it was our shop. And long story short, even when we got older, I wound up working for him. So it's full circle. So we've been friends since we was young teenagers, and we did music together. We worked together on business together. So it's a bond that's unbreakable and just continues. And like they say, you cannot see your friend maybe for a year, and then when you get with each other, it's like you never left, because we act like we 15 and start snapping on each other when we see each other anyway.
That's what Bishop would say, yo, this is gonna be crazy right here, boy. Yeah. Go ahead, Kay.
Kamal, born in Brooklyn, but I grew up in Spanish Harlem. Me and James are from the same neighborhood. Yeah. Just across the hall from each other, basically. Always was into hip hop, dancing. I started out doing boogie, popping and locking, you know what I'm saying, and cutting hair, So that's how me and James first kind of connected on the hair cutting part, and we worked together a few times throughout our life. I was in the shop probably with James when I started to dance for Special Ed. So I kind of left the shop to go on tour with Special Ed, me and my brother Prancer. And then later we got Tonga and Ken Dog down with YZ. You know what I'm saying? And we were just breaking up the group Zhigge with the dancers and you
sent me the Moni Love. You sent me the Moni Love.
Okay. So we all like branched off and did that. Then we came back together to do the music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we started working on an album like 1990. And then we got a deal, came out in 92. But James was there for all of that, all the rehearsals, even when we perform for the label.
Signing for the deal.
Yes. So we did our dance for Special Ed for like 2 years, and we did the music for like 3 years. I went back to the barbershop, you know what I'm saying? Went back to 125th Street for 2 years and opened my own shop, Levels. Yeah. And it's just been a blast from there. I opened in 1996, 125th Street, June 15th, 1996. Yeah, that was the place.
Yeah. Levels. Yeah. Levels. So, then you had the other joint, Lexington. We're gonna go down in history in Harlem like Jerry's did. You know what I'm saying? Tell about it. 3 more years, it'll be 30 years. So but even though the real estate and everything is getting crazy, but I set myself up. I travel. Moved out the city, and now for the last 4 years, I've just been traveling around the world. That's the international zone now. Okay, big up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Check this out. I know briefly. I was telling y'all when y'all talk about the barber. First, I seen a video. Y'all was performing, and I think James, you was on. It looked like a big gymnasium, and I think you had the dancers, and I think James was there too, because I know he was doing some dancing and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, it was one of y'all was performing Uptown Bounce and stuff like that. Okay. So I seen that. Yeah. But what I wanted to tell y'all was y'all both started my locks, right? We were talking about that a little while ago, and I should have pulled up the picture of how they started and how I'm gonna show you how they are now. Right. But when I seen the picture, it reminded me Bishop Respect started his locks before I started my journey with the locks.
Yeah, there was a lady, young lady at your barber, a slim lady that did mine. I can't remember her name though. I was trying to
remember the brother and sister K. I forgot their name. The dude, one kid had no leg, and the other girl was his sister.
Slim, I remember.
The light skinned dude.
Yeah, with the light eyes.
Yeah,
it was a minute.
Oh no,
because I think you only had like one female there in the place, so it must have been her.
Well, she was the only barber that did it because we had a female doing female hair in the back and all the way in the back.
So it must have been her. Yeah, she started my locks. Yeah, she started mine. Yeah.
And from then on, I'm now. It's a way of life. You know, it's my way of life. You know what I mean? And this is you guys helped me start that on this journey, and I really went down this path. But this is where we at now.
Damn.
That's him sitting in the chair. Yeah, to the
How many
ground.
years is that? Like,
I'm right now on my journey. Huh?
40 years? How many years?
You was close. 30, like 36, 37.
Wow.
So
and then remember they used to be little picking
they used to,
back then.
Yeah, but that's good that you're here. You were still able to maintain it for that long, because a lot of people, after it gets past the shoulders, it starts pulling at their root.
Exactly, and
that's why I took mine. That's why I cut mine.
That's what happened. It starts pulling at the root and stuff. You got to put a lot of different minerals and different things like that. But my hair's down to my ankles now. Literally.
God bless you, man.
And I can't. That's why I got to keep it wrapped.
So you're not dread, huh?
No,
you Rastafarian? You Rastafarian?
Nah, just spiritual.
Okay, beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Yeah. So tell the audience how you guys know us.
Well,
you used to gang. You used to gang bang with my cousins.
Hey.
Man, listen. I think about that. I was talking about that the other day. How we was always part of the negativity because we just grew up with them, and we was always around them, but we wasn't about the bullshit.
No.
You know what I mean?
And
which is also a blessing.
And it kept us away from that. You know what I'm saying? We was able to look. I was even thinking about the time Kzo, we did our first joint with Violetta at LaGuardia House. You remember, Kzo? Me, the twins, Bishop.
Yeah, our performance.
Our performance was so crazy, right? We had to get a smoke machine, but we couldn't get the smoke machine, right? So we had this guy dragging his dry ice across the stage, right? We had that. We had them in the stages and everything. And who froze?
No, we got.
Yeah,
you're good. You're back.
Okay, and it was so crazy because it got so crowded, so hot, so fogged up. The fire department came. I'm crying because I was like,
they shut it down.
They had to shut it down. You remember, Kay? Black Rob.
I don't think you remember. Yeah, it was a while.
Yep. And we looking for the tape because we got the tape, and we interviewed you too that day. You know what I mean?
I gotta see that, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it, man. I'm looking for it. Anybody has the tape? LaGuardia House.
Asking for that for the long.
Was that 1990? 1989?
No, not 89. It was in the 90s.
It had to be like 89, 90.
It was in the 80s. It was 80 something. Yeah. Because you got to remember when we were doing the Four Kings, when we were doing our music, Kzo and them wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
Because we were doing our thing then, and because we started in 86. Yeah, we started like our journey in 86. So we was like,
it was about 88. If I remember, it was around 88.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we was in Calliope.
It was about 88.
Yeah, we started in 86 in Calliope studio though, and that was before De La Soul and all of them used that studio. Yeah, even got my we came out with our masters. I made sure we got our masters from there.
Yep,
But
we showed them up on one
man.
of the episodes.
Yeah,
So,
we sure. Yeah, man.
And then
Yeah.
James blew me away when he told me today. He said, "Yo, remember what you was telling me?" I said, "Save it for the show." You was telling me about when me and you met out a while back, and it was kind of like
we was talking. It was in front of Quasimodo's, and we were talking, and we was like, "Yo, I can't wait when we get old and we start talking about because we gonna make it and we gonna do our thing." And Lord Tariq was there with us. And he wasn't even doing nothing at all. He was just starting in the music too. And we was talking about it. And I had just got off the mic because I was running around with Ted Smooth and everything. And we talked about this day. We said one day we're gonna talk about all the stuff we've accomplished. And we was drunk as I don't know what, because we was kids. We was in college and all that. And we talked that and we did it. So that's the greatest part about it.
You know, it was funny too. That we've been trying to get in touch with because we found on our masters, we found a track that he did for us, Frankie Cutlass.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he did a track for me.
I talked to him once and I invited him on the show. So Frankie, if you listen in here or whatever, come on the show, man. You know, we got the brothers here, man. But I contacted him one time and asked him to come because I had Gbo the Pro. And I had Joe Konzo on the show. Joe Konzo is the first photographer of hip hop. Right, yeah, one of y'all got the your volume up too loud because it's feedbacking. One of y'all, you got just turn the volume down just a little bit.
Okay.
Better.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so we had him on the show, so we was trying to get him to come on, but you know, he never responded. So let's see what happened. So
fun fact, my first ever recording was with Gbo.
Wow. Yeah. He's a good dude, man. Yeah. Gbo's a good dude, man.
Double R Gbo the Pro 13.
Where he used to live in his studio? Because remember he had a home.
Yeah, that's when he was on 109th Street and he had the studio set up in that duplex apartment.
With his little ass BMW convertible. Yeah, that great. I was like, dude,
you know who gave him that, right? You know who gave it to him, right?
No, who gave
Keith Haring.
Yeah.
Keith Haring gave him that.
Yeah. It was so small.
That was used. That was used for an artwork thing, and he drew on it and everything. BMW gave that to him to draw on. That's your vehicle, and he said that's for you now. And he gave it to Gbo, and Gbo kept it until it died.
Right. Because that goes to show you how long that been. Because when we seen the BMW, it didn't have no drawings on it yet. It was just blank, you know. So that goes to show you.
No, they washed it off. They washed it off. As soon as it was over, they washed it off and they gave it to him and he used it.
Oh, I thought it was on there permanently. Okay, I got you. Because I didn't see the writings on there. Yeah. So I was gonna say for the people out there that don't know what DLG stands for and how it came about, can you explain it to them?
Sure. So DLG stands for Dark Latin Groove. And what it was that we wanted to, well, my producer more so than anything, he wanted to formulate a group that represented New York. Because a lot of people don't know that salsa comes from New York. Salsa is the New York version, the urban version of mambo that was like in Cuba and Puerto Rico. Bomba plena is like the basis. And what happened was when they moved to New York and they started to implement the movement, they renamed it salsa because there's a saying like dale salsa, like put some flame on, put some zest on it. Yeah. And so we wanted to like make a movement like that with salsa, and basically what happened was salsa was all pretty light-skinned dudes with ties and jackets,
pretty boy,
and he was like, I need something that represents New York, dark-skinned brothers that mix hip-hop, and because he was really wanted to do the hip-hop thing. I wanted to do the reggae. He was like, the same thing that I'm doing. So I was like, well, then we on the same page, and we mixed it up, and we implemented that R&B flow, and then we just No More Dida, which was our first single, which was a remake of an English song. We recorded that like I want to say about 10 10, 12 times before we got the formula, before we actually started to really record it, to put it on tape. So, and then once we put it out, it was like it had been years since they put out a single, and that was the first time Sony put out a single. And it just ran because we were representing that New York flow, young flow, and you know, but implementing still the traditional bomba plena mambo style salsa. And I wasn't even supposed to be in the group. I don't know if you guys remember Adam Torres.
Oh yeah.
Right. So he's my manager. He's also my partner in the ownership of DLG. And he also he always had that dream. He's actually the one that came up with the name. He wrote a song like in the 80s, the late 80s, called Dark Latin Groove. My producer was like, yo, that's a dope set. Yo, we're gonna use it. He named his studio Dark Latin Groove. And then what happened was we were supposed to be on a compilation. So it was DLG's compilation. But when Sony heard Huey and I, they were like, nah, nobody else is DLG. Those two guys are DLG. That's the what we're looking for to change the world. And thank God it worked out. And so we kept the Dark Latin Groove moving, and you know, we changed up the way we dressed. We actually used to, in the beginning, not even use a full band. We used track, and you know, it started to work out. And then when we implemented the live instruments, even though we recorded live instruments, it was not, you know, like samples and dubplate, you know. It just, I don't know. And then we just kept developing, and throughout the whole process of the first album, like I said, it was like a real experiment. Nobody never did it. We really mixed the reggae, really mixed it with salsa. So the rhythms are really married. And then we implemented, like a lot of people don't know, like in salsa, you could dance on two or dance on one. Our music is based on one because it's a New York flow, and it's, you know, a lot of hip hop is on one, reggae is on one, but we still maintain that. And that's stuck because it goes well with the clave, which is the basis of salsa, which is. So I married it, and that's all it is. So it's Dark Latin Groove, swing negro Latino, and they let the fat guy rock with him.
That's it. So Kzo, you know we gotta get into you. You know T coming. You know Papa Wolf gonna be over there talking to you. You know what I mean? So like, I want to know, what was it like, you know, being part of Zigge Tribe, right? Also, International Zone. I know you briefly talked about it and all that stuff like that, but let them know what it's about so they can lock in. You know, man, I'll be locking in. So let them know what's good.
So Zigge, we started out as a dance group, of course, but you know, when you immersed in hip hop or in music, you immersed in it all. So even though we were dancing, we got into house music for a time when we was going hard. The house music was big in New York and Chicago in certain areas. We flipped over to that, which only when we came back to hip hop, it just made our dancing better because the house was like more fluent. Your body had to. So it was ill that everybody who Stretch, all these popular, famous hip hop dancers, they had like a 2-year stint like in house music hard, and then it went back to hip hop. So that just took us to another level on the dancing side, and we was dancing with even in the magnificent video. If you see us in the video, the clothes we had on was more like what you would see the house dudes wearing, because we was just getting back into the hip hop. So that's why we had that kind of gear on.
I'm sorry to cut you, but Zigge was known for them polos and all of that.
You
talking? This was before that.
Before that,
Okay. But first of all, you know, being from Harlem, Prince being from Brooklyn, we was always dressing fly. You know what I'm saying? That was when we was doing that. We was wearing the jabos and the this and that. We was still really wear jabos. All that stuff was still fire. What we had, what was that other one? Benetton. Benetton. All of those clothing together. So when we came back to it, Prince is the big influence with the polo. Me and Prince met in high school, and it was me, him, and my brother Basir, Kevin Brown. We was the first 3 guys with Zhigge.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tonga and Kenny or Kendall Sound, I used to cut, I was the nucleus to everything because I cut everybody's hair.
Uh-huh.
I put the Z's in everybody's hair.
Oh, I remember those.
We went around the world.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, yeah. See, your boy was doing this thing, man. Yeah. So yeah, man, you know, all that is hip hop to me. I think the element that's left out of hip hop is the haircuts because all initial artists are synonymous with their style, and you're not gonna get fly without having a haircut. So I think they kind of left the barbers outside of hip hop, which I mean, if you think about it,
yeah, we needed the high top fades and the Rakim joint
cut.
Yeah,
Daddy Kane.
The
dudes from Philly. It doesn't, you know, so it doesn't matter. Everybody had their, even the juice. Everybody called it the juice cut when Pac had that cut. So you know, we grew up in hip hop. We was submerged in hip hop from every corner. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it was just quite natural for us to start MCing. We was around MCs. You know what I'm saying? And Sound started kind of like MCing first because he was around YZ. And he took on that kind of like Wise Intelligence style with the fast rapping because Sound had that Latin tongue. You know, he's half Puerto Rican. So he could do that quick, you know what I'm saying? So but we was all brothers and we were all into hip hop. We loved it. So we went from dancing to rapping. We were able, because we were already in a whole bunch of music videos. We were already on tour, used to being on stage. So for us to get a deal and perform was just a natural progression. You know what I mean? And so when I did that, I stepped away from the barbershop for 2 years. I remember it was like 2-3 years. I stepped away from the barbershop, but I always had that in me. So when the music thing didn't, you know, we got dropped from the label and all that, I went back to the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? And as a barber, especially in New York, you're always kind of like an entrepreneur. You know, if you rent a chair and you work for yourself, that could be your beginning stages of entrepreneurship. So in 1996, I partnered with my cousin and one of my best friends in the barber game at the time, Larry Wilson.
I remember
and we
Larry.
opened up the first shop on 25th Street.
Yeah, Larry.
So, and me being an entrepreneur, that's kind of, I think, what me and James got in common a lot. We both always been entrepreneurs. So I went on to open up several more locations. You know, I opened in Queens. I had 2 in Queens. I had 2 in Brooklyn. I had 3 in Harlem. I had 2 upstate New York. So, you know, I was all over the place with that. And it balanced my lifestyle. I was able to make money without physically doing anything. And so it gave me time, it gave me the resources to start traveling, something that I liked, something that I got introduced to from hip hop. Because I had never traveled anywhere before dancing for special ed. Although he wasn't going internationally, but he was traveling around. You know, he was hot for a minute. Special ed was
for a minute.
Hot. So we went on tour. We went on tours. We went state to state, and even through being in music videos, dancing, a brother named Milo Johnson from London, his wife was Japanese, and the company that she bought from, they had a fashion show, and they wanted 15 dancers from New York.
And yeah, guys got busy on it.
Us being in music videos, everything, he came up to me. He asked me if I wanted to go to Japan to dance. I said, if my crew could come, I'll go. You feel me?
Right.
So that's how all of us went to Japan. The only one that didn't go was Face Dog because his grandma's was like, nah, I don't know that. I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else went.
Yeah.
And that was our first time we got our passport. And we went to Japan for like, it was like a week, 2 weeks.
10 days.
10 days. All right. So that was our first international flight. And that's what really started me on some, I love this. You know what I'm saying? And when I had a chance.
Yeah, man. And that's what I'll be trying to tell people that's trying to get into the rap game or music game or whatever have you, that you have to have a backup plan. Like you said,
that's my backup plan right now. This is my backup phone. My other one died. I got 3 phones. I'm sorry about that, man.
That's all right. Cool. We live, baby. Anything can happen. We live.
Yeah, we live, man. We always tell people that everything can happen. We rant a lot.
Listen, I know Zoe. Kay is talking, but I want to let y'all know something. I want to give him his flowers because he was the architect of the whole thing, man.
Yep.
To be honest with you, his business perspective on life
was crazy.
Was really important, and he knows it to a certain extent because at the end of the day, he knows his worth. But a lot of people don't realize that when you're in the entertainment business, your artistry, your talent is like this much. Mm-hmm. If you don't have the right direction, the right formula, and the person knows how to negotiate and do whatever. That's why him and I work so well. We have a good business, perspective on things. I'm a little bit more of a loose cannon when it comes to things because I just don't give a, but he's a little bit more his architectural plan about the whole business. That's the reason why Zhigge worked. I'm talking about from the start of us just being dancers and branching out. Not everybody's going to be happy. People are going to argue. But at the end of the day, the foundation is set. So after you finish talking and getting mad, just come back over and let's get this money because we already got it in place. Yep. And a lot of people don't within the group, because even with DLG, we broke up and everything, and I happen to be the architect in DLG. And people know who's who and what's what and who to speak to and who got a level head. And when there's a choice to make, and it's a gamble. It might work, it might not work, but making a choice, you can't sometimes make the choice based on your feelings. You got to make those choices based on what's the higher ratio of success.
Yep.
And I give that to Zoe. And that's the reason why him and I, sometimes because we're so alike, we clash heads. We would argue when we was Zhigge. That I remember walking out when we was doing the thing. I was like, nah, man, I don't understand. It's 50% bullshit. And he was like, yo, chill, bro. And if everybody would have maintained their head, it could have elevated even more, because it's not how you get in. Is getting into me is the easiest thing in the music business. It's what you do from there and what you do. It's just like having a business. You can open your own business and have the money and do everything, but what are you gonna do to generate a future and have a 10-year plan? And some people can't see that vision.
Yeah, you want that generation.
Why Kay has been successful in the majority of things, if not all the things that he's done. So I give him his flowers because at the end of the day, he has a successful business. Big up. And I don't need nothing from him. So I'm not saying that. I'm not saying because at the end of the day,
you're giving him his flowers.
We're good.
Yeah, you're giving him his flowers.
He's been my friend since childhood, and I love to see just like you, Trent, and you did. I love to see my people doing their thing because we came from a lot of negativity.
Yes.
We lost a lot of friends.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we lost friends to bullshit. So when we see you doing the right thing, and we didn't have a trust fund. No, I don't think none of y'all did. I didn't have no trust fund. Nobody saved no money for me. I was in financial aid when I went to college. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't no easy thing for me or any of us. So when you get that master plan in your head, it's important that you think 5 years from now. And some people can't do that. Yeah. And that's what happens a lot of times. So that's why I'm glad that to this day, me and Kay, we all right. You know what I'm saying? They always say that you'll be the best of friends if you never need each other.
Yeah,
but you always need each other.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling my sons, that because both of them rap, and they're very good rappers. But I tell you, if it doesn't work out, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like Kzo said, they dropped him from the label, and he went back to cutting hair. Listen, I still got something to do. I can still rock. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I be trying to tell them. You have to have something else under that, because everybody is not going to make it, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? You could try, but not everybody that tackle it is going to make it. So if you don't make it, what's your backup plan?
That's like,
and it's not whether or not you have the talent. Because there's a lot of we've seen a lot of dudes in the park that are better than Jordan. You understand what I'm saying? It's just that having an architectural plan. That's my first real big check. Well, no, like maybe my second really big check. We got like $100,000 for like a show, and you know they were like, "Yo, how you gonna do this?" And I was like, "Well, first pay my taxes. You know, I don't need them coming to get me." And at first I was like, "I don't really want to pay them, but yeah, take that." And then I said, "I'm gonna buy a house because, you know, I don't know if this thing's gonna last. Let me get something out of it."
Let's get something out of it.
And then that just snowballed. I said, you know what? I'm gonna also go and make sure I learn my real estate. And I said, that's what I'm gonna keep reinvesting in. And then I was just lucky that we kept going and the music kept going. There was a time period where it stopped, and I wasn't making any money. You know what I'm saying? Because once you're relying on shows, because we wasn't getting checks from the label yet. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't getting no publishing stuff. So we was hustling on the set of Law and Order, and you know I was working as a PA and you know doing what I had to do. And hindsight 2020, I was just like, you know, I could have done it. I went to when I got into when I went through my divorce, Kay was there for me. I was like, yo, I need to cut hair, bro. What we gonna do? I gotta cut hair because I need to have a legitimate job, and I'm broke. I can't wait for my big check to come every 3 months. Can't do that.
I tell people, look how long we haven't seen each other. We say, hey, you know what? Let's call K. Let's call J. We ain't see each other because how we grew up in that era. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you want to come down, be on the show, this, wop-de bop bop. Yo, no problem. When you form relationships, they're bonding. You know what I'm saying? And when they're bonding like that, and you know, yo, this guy was there when we were young, we was running. I never hear nothing bad. I ain't never hear nothing bad about none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's a bond. That's a bond, and people got to cherish that.
So listen,
same mindset. We have the same mindset. I'm sorry, Trent.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
no, I'm just saying we just all had the same mindset about getting to be successful.
Exactly. James, when I come back, Sir George, I want to know about him, how he influenced you, and after this video, right now.
Weed. You know when it's bit. It's bit. Yeah. Listen to Finny and all. You know when it's bit. Everybody got their own definition of loyal. Mommy gave me what she can, that's my definition of spoil. So much fake love made my blood boil, you nigga. Okay. When I'm popping like oil, you don't wanna hear that you is there. You see me glowing, watch my wrist turn to a city fair. Probably hit up J.O., I need like 50 pairs. I got eyes and like 50 ears, and these niggas scared. Skinny nigga feeling bad, not what I'm drinking here. Got that Henny double cup, the weed stinking here. And the aroma, wake coma, thinking there. I go get it, I don't care what you think is fair. I don't fear nobody, not even in the air. My nigga, I'm so sorry, I had to make him fair. One Glock, bring the pain, the max is when they pair. Twin Glocks to his brains, throw him down the stairs. They be on some other shit. No big homies, I had big brothers, bitch. Ay, so it don't matter what the color is, cause red and blue is the only thing we talking about. We be on some other shit. No big homies, I had big brothers, bitch. Yeah. So it don't matter what the color is, cause red and blue is the only thing we ducking, bitch. Hey, coming from the mud, they tryna bury me in it. I got bitches asking for dick, got me thinking it's Christmas. I got niggas asking for shit and they think they gon' get it. I can't miss, you can't see me missing a different division, I'm shooting. We got this shit, don't need to multiply. Keep my circle closed with half open eyes. I can see through the skies, I just act surprised. Bitch, I can see through your lies, but you don't have to lie. Cause I probably fucked your friend like half the time. I read between the lines, yeah, I read and see the signs. I still needed a noggin, needed a peace of mind. But you can't get a peace of mind. Fuck your side. I rep GX too. I'm from Mitchell, where's the thumb and the finger say two. The only pieces in the waistband. Turn your land to wasteland. Make a nigga face plan. Plank and call it plankton. Say my name, then we gotta shoot first. Bullets go Skywalker, but they Susu surf. Leave your body red, who gon' find your blue schools first? I know niggas that don't like me, I just ask who first. I was walking in the streets before I learned how to tie. Tuck the laces in the kicks like fuck walking, let's fly. I'm just so straightforward like a jab to the eye. I want my diamonds on fleek, it's gonna be bad for your eyes. Me and Def, I swear we talk, he said I'm bad for the sky. See, I know the pollution, my solution is fine. Double G, yeah, that's the team, niggas salute to the tribe. Always salute to my mom, she probably root for my crime. I can't lose, being the best I can't prove. Can't get in the shoes, I'm still in the crib. Getting moon, blazing gas, the neighbors smelling the fumes. Tell her I'm coming soon, take coming soon. Now 7 bitch, holla at the moon. They be on some other shit. No big homies, I had big brothers, bitch. Ay, so it don't matter what the color is, cause red and blue is the only thing we duckin', bitch. Yeah. We be on some other shit. No big homies, I had big brothers, bitch. Yeah. So it don't matter what the color is, cause red and blue is the only thing we duckin', bitch. Ay. You know when you know when.
Yeah. We are back in the building, man. Tito Bianchi in that video, man. All the shit is full.
Let me bring this in, Bishop. Let me bring this in. You always helping people, K. You helped my little brother out, Chris. He needed a little job. He was probably like 12 or 14 years old. You remember that? To this day. And he held that job for like 7 years. Sweet, he moved up to shampoo and hair. You know what I'm saying? We used to be teasing him in the shop, right? Because of that good deed, he went on to become a good man. He works for, corrections.
He was a good kid.
He got his own business. Actually, Respect is going to one of his joints this weekend. You know what I'm saying? So, the Twins is doing good. And this young brother right here, he's been around us. We got pictures when he was in the studio looking at that like that. Little. That's Respect's son. So our roots run deep. My son that y'all cut his hair. Y'all cut his hair. Used to put the little thing in, snipe if you were here. He corrections now too. But if you hear, I used to bring him in there. Y'all used to cut his hair. He became one of our artists. We signed him to our management company. We won the United Nations Award with him on a song that we did with the rest of our artists for Obama. So it's like going through all of that. And the other son, Respect's other son, Lethal. And this is the things that we saying, how we keep everything, reach out, help who you got to help. They was little looking at us when we ain't paid no attention. And I'm always bigging them up because I'm so proud of them. I know Respect is proud of, but I'm so proud of them. They doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing.
Yeah, man.
So Kay, what's this international? Don't give all the juice to us, because when I was doing my research, I seen you say, "Yo, listen, y'all can't be asking me for all the good joy." Guys, Bishop,
No, hold on. We're gonna get back to James first, because I said when we come back, we're gonna get to Sir George and who he is to James.
Yes.
Sum that up.
Okay. So Sergio George is from Johnson Projects.
Oh, he is. Oh, man.
Yes.
Wow.
He's from Johnson Projects.
Wow.
Then when he was about 15, 16 years old, they moved to Stanley Isaacs.
Stanley, yep.
I know Sir George and I know Adam. I know Adam very well.
Yeah.
Right. And so, we knew him. We knew we was trying to do music. Adam was breakdancing. He was in magazines and all that. And so Sergio, like, I had run into him here and there in the hood just because we were around music stuff. And but when Adam said, "Yo, come with me, help me get this group together," I was just gonna help him get the group together. I just wound up jumping on the mic because I was drunk, And they were like, yo, who's that? And they were like, fuck them niggas, we want this kid. So I wound up doing it. But Sergio, and he's always believed in me. And he'll tell you, yo, that nigga sucks, man. He says that he can't really reggae, he can't really rap. But I'm always the one he called. And he had his biggest success with me. And he always respected my input. And if he didn't agree with it, he was honest. Like, I think that's whack. I don't think it's going to work. Or he was going to say, for what we're trying to do, that's too aggressive or too, because you got to remember, we were real edgy. Right now, reggaeton is ruling, but when we came in, they was like, rap, whoa, reggae, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, K, you know where that's at?
Where's that?
That's Medellin.
Wow.
Yeah, that's in Colombia, Medellin, Colombia. They go Serge. So Serge believed. He said, yo, let's just do it. We ain't got nothing to lose. He was young, I was young, because he's only like 6-7 years older than me. And he was like, yo, let's do it. He was like, you gonna rap? I said, yo, I don't rap, I do reggae. He goes, yo, even better, let's do it. And then he took a chance. Remember, he took a shot with Mark Anthony too, because y'all know Mark Anthony's from across the street from Kzo and me.
Oh, yes.
He's from 101st, between first and second.
Yeah.
And truth be told, his sister sings better than him. But that's another story.
Wow. Oh. Hey, this is food, music, and the truth. We say like we spit it. You know it's real.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to lose no more, man. My tongue was bad back then. It's bad now. Nah, but Marcus, you know, and he's doing his thing. He's really popping. You know what I'm saying? And he brought Mark and La India to R&M and said, yo, we need to make this young movement in the back of his mind, saying, I'm gonna leave this company and I'm gonna bring my own group, which was the Dark Latin Groove movement. And that catapulted him. And then he was able, his contract ran out right when Mark smashed it. So he was able to renegotiate at the right time, and he got that money and he invested it in us. And we got the studio. We was on 19th Street between 5th and whatever that is, Broadway, I think it is. And but he's always been a piano. He's been playing since he was 15, 16 years old. He lived in Colombia because he lived there for like 2 or 3 years, because it was like that's where the money was at for musicians, and he was just there. And he didn't really know Spanish that well, just like Huey and I didn't. And it's just like I said, it was that New York vibe, that Spanish Harlem vibe.
Yeah.
And we just took over, and now Sergio, you know, he's done everybody from Thalia, Maluma. Like I was telling you, when I recorded with Maluma, it was before people knew who he was, because he was hot in Colombia, hot in everywhere, underground, but he hadn't gotten to that pop stage. And then he got with Sergio. Sergio did like one song with him, and then he just ran with it, and he knew the women were gonna love him. So Sergio's like one of those guys like Kzo. He's an architect. He knows where he's going and what he's doing and how to put it together, because you can have a lot of great ideas, but if you don't know how to put it together and thinking about what direction you want to go in and what you need to utilize and give to go in that direction, if you don't have that, you're not going to be successful. I don't care how talented you are and how much money you have. So, and that's what Sergio was to me. And to this day, him and I, we still snap on each other. I used to go to his house. We shoot basketball, snap it. He could play ball too. He's basketball. His jump shot crazy. And and you know, and we still talk. You know, and then I still give him ideas. I was the A&R. I was the head, not the head. I was A&R for him. And when he started his record label, and I worked with him, and I brought producers and I brought artists. And actually, one of the kids that's singing with me on Saturday was a fan from Peru, and he knew our music better than us, and knew the sounds and the chords and the vocals better than us. And he said, "No, this is how it is. It's on the recording." So he was emulating the actual mix and mastered part. And so he came, and I actually wound up signing him to a group. Some kids I signed, I went all the way. They're from New York, but they were living in Rhode Island. I went to Rhode Island and got them. I got some Dominican kids up from Dyke, and so I was working with him also. So he's always giving me a shot. And he also gave me the second round when Huey, who was the main singer, left. He said, "Yo, let's put it together. And I got a female, and we got the female again, and then we launched again. And that's when I actually won the Latin Grammy, because the other times I was nominated for American Grammys,
that was Miss Yaya, right? What was that?
Miss Yaya, who's very, and I've been with her longer than the original group. And but yeah, we actually got our Latin Grammy for 2 of our songs, and it was with Sergio Joe. So it was Sergio's production on our two songs.
Nice.
But I feel like I got jerked two of the Grammys. One of the Grammys I don't think I deserved to win, which was against Buena Vista Social Club. But because they were doing things that nobody was doing. They was actually having people where they don't play music at all, just like DLG, but they didn't play that mambo, that Cuban style, slower type, real traditional Cuban style music. And so they deserved it. But that's how it goes. But I got my medal, I got all my Grammy stuff on the wall and everything. I never paid for my Emmy trophy.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
All things Sergio, you know what I'm saying? And again, Sergio's from Spanish Harlem. He's just like us.
Yeah.
So, and he's doing this thing, and now he has his new movement, Ataca Sergio, and he's making that movement. He just did a recording with another reggaeton artist from Puerto Rico and another girl from Colombia, and he makes his moves. And not only in salsa, because remember, he did the bachata thing with Prince Royce, and he's that visionary architect, just like Kay and me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Sergio is. So
that's cool.
Now, Kay, tell us about. Don't give us the whole flavor like I started to say before, because I see
James. Hold on, D. James, you keep freezing. So see what's up with your phone.
No, I think it's just me holding my breath. It just looks like I'm freezing.
Well, hey, listen, y'all paramedics over there, you in respect. So don't hold your breath too long. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Okay. Don't give us all of it, because when me and Bishop Respect was going over looking for content and doing all that, man, you was getting on somebody. I don't know who it was, but you was like, I'm not giving away all the goodies. Nah. So, let us know what's going on. Tell us what is it about? You know what I'm saying? I see models. Yeah, international. I see models. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look at this pretty boy up here. He just chilling. It's just like you said, James. I'm like, he ain't changed. He ain't changed.
What happened was I got all these little different facets in my life, but I started doing a competition called the New York City Barber Battle, right? So I had barbers coming from all over the country to compete. The first one I did was in Times Square. I had dudes come from all over. So being from New York, understanding, battling and all that stuff everybody knows that in New York. We've had everything from pop locking, break dancing,
hustle
MC
battles.
Battle, DJ battle. So that was what it was, the New York City Barber Battle. So I created a YouTube channel to promote the battle. So what I did is I went from barbershop to barbershop. I let guys talk trash about what they was going to do. And so that got dudes from Philly and other places hot, like, what? We coming, you know what I'm saying? And the first show, it was literally wrapped around 125th Street. 42nd Street. It was wrapped around, the venue wasn't big enough, right? So that's how I created the YouTube channel for that. But it was called Barber World TV because I'm a barber. And I said, okay, what I'm going to start doing is traveling around the world, visiting barber shops, interviewing barbers, and showing people the culture of barbering internationally. So that's what I started doing. So my first maybe 10 countries, I was going to barbershops. Thailand, the Philippines, Panama, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic. I was going to barbershops, interviewing barbers, but I was doing other stuff too. Like when I was going to the countries, I would go to all the monuments. I would go to all the tourist attractions. And of course, y'all know, being from Harlem, don't love the ladies.
I know he's going to say it.
So I would, they see me with some chicas and all that in different places. So I got kind of tired of going to the barbershops, interviewing barbers, because it was like the same questions all the time. What inspired you? What's the popular haircut? How long you been cutting hair? And I just started showing more of the tourist attractions,
Mm-hmm.
the nightlife,
Mm-hmm.
and the ladies. You feel me? So eventually I changed the channel to International Zoe, even though most people who was following me, they still call Barba World TV, and you still see the logo on the videos. But I started sharing information and inspired a whole group of men to start traveling. Like when I go to countries, people come up to me, be like, yo, I came to the country. I know how to move. I know where to go because I watch your channel. I love your channel. You give great information. And of course, we all know that women is a draw. So, you know, I'm always going to have a pretty girl on my channel while I'm in the country. You feel me? I'm divorced. You know, I started traveling hard once I got divorced.
Oh, I
In
know.
2018, separated and divorced. So I went back to doing Kzo, you know what I'm saying? I was traveling around the world. And I enjoy something I enjoy the most. I put myself in a position where my money can make money, and I don't have to I'm renovating a condo I bought in Rio de Janeiro on Copacabana. So I got a condo in Copacabana, 2-bedroom. I'm gonna put that on Airbnb while I'm still traveling around the world. I got a small apartment I rent in Thailand. This is my apartment I rent in Colombia.
That's the one that you were saying. If you want this, you could still buy. You was moving out or selling the spot. Is that the place you at now?
This one here in Medellin.
Yeah,
like I rented this for a year because I just love to travel. I've met so many new friends.
That's a beautiful thing
that I would never meet if I wasn't traveling around the world. So even other Americans I've met traveling around the world. So it's my joy. And some people, you know, it inspired them to get their passport. It's inspired them to visit different countries and feel confident and safe, knowing because the unknown is what scares a lot of people from traveling. You know, and I did most of my travel I do by myself. But I attribute that traveling from being in hip hop, starting my traveling in hip hop.
Yeah, that's what
getting my passport from being a dancer, going to Japan, and I'm on my 3rd passport, and it's almost done.
Getting stamps.
My pages, I got about another 5-6 pages, and this is one I just got in 2020.
So right.
No, after COVID, I had got a new one, and it's 2024. My joint is almost done. By next year, my joint is gonna be done.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, especially coming from, you know, where we came from and able to travel. You know, I hope the FFT audience is looking at this and, you know, some of the younger people, some of the older people too could get inspired. Tomorrow I'm leaving, but I ain't leaving nowhere where you going. But maybe you can help me out with some food places, man. I'll be going to New Orleans tomorrow. So, you know, I'll hit you up later on. So see if you got some good picks. I'll hit you up on that.
I'm like 40 something countries deep. I know James probably the same because, you know, but
I'm on my 4th passport too. I got one passport that got like 2 extensions in it. The other one got like 3 extensions. My first passport, I never got extensions.
So with you guys, which is your favorite place to visit, and will you go back?
Yeah,
you know,
it depends on what you're saying, because for me, women is different, food is different, the sights are different, the way the people treat you is different.
Okay, so what is the most memorable, I should say, like that you visit, and you be like, yeah, I'll go back there anytime, man. I loved it.
Well, depending on the color of the money, I'll go visit them many times over. So at this point, like I'm really tired of traveling. I look at Zorba.
Oh, that was my next question. Yeah,
it's really rough because you got to remember at one point with DLG, like because we did all of Latin America, so I was doing like 3 or 4 countries at a time, doing like maybe 3 or 4 concerts. I'll be away for so long. And going through the airport and coming back and then you come home for 2 seconds, you don't even want to unpack. So I used to have a second, so you get tired of it. You know what I mean? Me personally, if I had it the way I want to do it, when my young daughter graduates, I want to move to the mountains. I'm building cabins.
And that's it.
And I move up there and just
a couple
chill.
of goats and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm traveling tomorrow, and I'm like, oh, what I gotta get.
The mountains are beautiful in Colombia.
Yeah, I
Kzo,
know.
Kzo, you have kids? Okay, you got kids?
I think you
Yeah,
Kzo.
25 and 23. So I stayed till they got big, you know, worked it out. And they live with me they just moved like last year with their mom, but they was with me after divorce and everything.
No, I just asked you guys that because I was wondering how you juggle being away from, you know, the family or being away from your kids for so long.
I know it can be hard.
How you,
it can be hard.
How you juggle that, you know?
When I used to come home, I used to just stay home with my kids and just, you know, I got two older ones and I got the younger one. The younger one lives with me now. And, you know, I actually I volunteer at her school and the whole thing.
That's it.
So I'm
what
with
it
her
is,
all the
man.
time. You guys know, remember, I was coaching back then when I was in the barbershop. So
Yep.
I've always done the kids thing. I've always given back to the community. I'm the one that brought RBI into Spanish Harlem when I was part of the community board. And I brought that whole RBI thing. So I've always been big on sports and stuff. So when I'm home, I'm with my kids. I don't, you know, especially now that I'm older, I'm not trying to run around and go see. And thank God I'm not chasing chicks and stuff like that, because I was doing that for a little while. That helps you out.
No, only one young be doing that is Kzo. Kzo good.
Well, you know, my kids, they worked with me in my barbershop. My son got his license, even though he don't do it now. But my daughter was a receptionist in my shop. You know, I gave them jobs. My daughter just graduated beauty school. So they got the entrepreneur spirit like me, you know.
My kids, yep.
And I was with them their whole life, you know. So, you know, they watch their dad go and do his thing, you know. They check in on me, but I make sure they good. I make sure,
Let me ask you. You said they worked with you in the shop, and James, you could tell the truth if you seen him do this. Did you treat them kids like Mr. Willie used to treat you from the barbershop? Remember Mr. Willie in the barbershop? You couldn't curse in his barbershop. You couldn't say, you couldn't talk loud. Like, were you doing that? Hey, lower your voice.
no, you know, they didn't even have a TV in Mr. Willie's barbershop.
Nah, it was rough there, but it was cool though.
Yeah, but
it was cool.
You learned a lot. You sat in the barbershop back in the days. You listen to older folks talk. You know what I'm saying? And you was respectful. And now that's changed a lot.
Oh yeah.
You know, you can't stop them from being on their phones. You gotta have a TV, gotta have cable. You know what I'm saying? But still, I tried to keep some of those traditions that I learned coming up in that era.
It's important
in my barbershop, of course.
Yeah, it's important, man.
You know, but you know, my kids are good kids. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have to. They had good parents.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to go. You know, we only had two. You know what I'm saying? When you have two, you might be able to just be cool with no problem. But if your numbers go 3, 4, 5, you're gonna have one that's like,
Papa Wolf is good. Papa is good.
You got to talk to Papa Wolf about that one. He got like 6 or 7, I think, something like that.
All my kids are grown doing one. I just bigged up my son. He graduated from Howard. He works for the government. You know what I mean? My daughters are both entrepreneurs. One's a teacher. One is a lifestyle coach. You know, everybody doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody. And then, you know, Sniper, you know, he got a little government thing. You know what I mean? He doing corrections. And he was a Marine, graduated Marine, topped the class. You know, so you know how the Marines is. So I'm blessed, man. I'm truly thank God above that. Like, yo, I'm blessed, man.
James, how would you describe to the audience, because we know, but how would you describe your style of music? You know,
so it sometimes it's hard because the most popular music, of course, is hip hop, right? Whether they want to say so or not, and hip hop is not everybody in hip hop uses live instruments. So we're live instruments. Everything and it's live and written right there in the studio. And you know, we have the formula, the bass, which is like the clave. The thing about our music was that we were the first ones to merge that reggae and that hip hop sound together. There was a group that had implements, they were called Three to Get Funky, and that's part of, you know, what we try to catapult from. But they would stop the salsa music, and then they would start the hip hop or reggae part or the reggaeton part. But our thing is that you'll listen to the song and you'll listen to the song, and both of y'all will hear a different song. Because you're a reggae head and you hear the reggae and you're like, oh, reggae. Then he's listening to it and he's a salsa fan. He's like, wow, that cloud is good. So that was the difficult part, was merging that live instrument. So when you hear in that bass going boom, 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 and then, you know, we're managing it with the conga. So the conga, boom, boom, but he's going boom, 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 boom. So so it's just a marriage. And then with the vocal styles, Huey's vocal style was real R&B-ish. So when he was singing some of the songs and doing some of the things, he would implement those flat and sharp keys, and, you know, so it was real live instrument stuff marrying together. Once we got that formula, it was easy. We ran with a second album, third album. Our second album was one of our biggest selling albums, and it was actually not as it didn't win as many accolades. We won some billboards with it, and we won the Emmy with that one. But like, it's just like, again, timing, and then you know, but we had the formula and just putting it out. So it was a marriage of reggae and salsa, and then we had the implements of hip hop, implements of ska, little bit of like pop stuff, and it's just knowing music. And I learned a lot about writing music and producing music through PLG.
It's funny that you talk about that, because I think in the late 80s, me and my brother, we used to go to New Jersey to this dude's house, and he had a studio there. So we used to go to the studio, and during that time we brought a Jamaican guy there with us, and we brought the Spanish guy with us. So we were like, yo, what would happen if we put reggae with the hip hop beat? You know what I'm saying? Or the Spanish guy, he gonna rap Spanish to the hip hop beat. And we started doing that at that time. Not saying that we was the first one, but we was thinking about that before.
But that's exactly what I was saying. It's a Spanish Harlem. It's a New York flow, New York swag. Because we had the same mentality about marrying different genres, because they were all around us.
Exactly.
So it was the same mentality. We just had an architect that was able to, you know, implement it, which was Sergio.
And we did it. And it just came out nice. I was rapping on the beat too, so it was me rapping, and then the guy would come and bye, you know, he do the James the Barba joint on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how. But we called it Splanglish. We didn't have a reggaeton or nothing like.
We called it terminology.
We called it Splanglish. So
James, do you remember that terminology? Before it was reggaeton, they used to call it Splanglish. It was English and like reggae and part like broken Spanish, and that guy was real nice. I forgot his name.
I think it was Angel or something like that, because he had got signed to our contract. We signed to Robbie Boy Records, and then he came and he signed with Robbie Boy Records because it was him, this other guy named Basim, as a rapper. And then we put Rule on it. Rule was the Jamaican guy. So we were all from So this goes to show you, 86, we were putting things together like that, and it, you know, it was.
We played a couple of them on in the first episode. Some of the old tracks and
that's
stuff
what's
like
up. That's what. So it's the same thing. It's that mentality. It's that Spanish Harlem mentality of mixing the genres of all the people around. You know, I know Zoe is probably fluent in Spanish now. There's people that are the Arabs in Spanish Harlem are fluent in Spanish.
Struggling.
Hey, I'm still struggling. They hung up the phone on me because my Spanish was bad.
You got New Yorkers. You got New Yorkers, so you know a lot of them that speak English like everybody else.
I see one of his interviews. He was talking to the young lady, and then
Even
he just
J-Lo
broke down.
Spanish was bad, right?
Yeah, listen, as long as you get your point across and what you're trying to say, and they understand, that's all that matters.
And right now, with AI, all you got to do is just I don't care what language it is. You just say it into the joint, just hold the phone up, and that's it.
It wasn't that easy. When I I remember being I was trying to get with this Indonesian chick. She didn't speak no English. I didn't speak no Indonesian. And we knew what we was talking about though.
What you doing? Stuff like this? Yeah.
The language of love. They call it the language of love.
I did the laugh.
You know, he was doing all the James and Barber songs like that. Like, yo, she got to know one of these joints.
Yeah, she got to know
one of these joints. That was it, boy.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I tell you, man, it's something else, man. It's good, you know, seeing us here. Y'all got me like tears coming down. I'm laughing like, yeah. It's good seeing us, you know, back from around the way. I don't know if y'all know Chino. We had Chino up here. You know what I'm saying? We have Violet.
Chino from Wagner?
From 119.
Yeah,
he
119.
With us. Matter of fact, Kay, you played football with us too, right? What was that? What was y'all Wild Bunch? James played for Wild Bunch, or what was it? What was
I started with Wild Bunch. We were called the Stallions.
We used to hate y'all, Magic and us. Yeah, we used to hate y'all.
but then I went with Wagner. Then I started playing with the Ravens.
Yeah. Yep. And then you had the from
Sting.
You had the
James.
Then
I played with Sting.
Yes, Sting. And James from 119. He played with y'all. Yeah. He played
you know what was funny about James? So one day I'm at work. I'm sitting in the ambulance, right? Getting ready to do my tour or whatever. Mm-hmm. This big dude comes and sit in the seat. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, know this cat from somewhere. Because what are the odds of you just, you know what I'm saying, that we meet in, like, you know, in the ambulance. So and then later on, I guess that day we saw, yo, you from home? Yeah, I know you. And then we start talking. Then we start figuring out who was what. But what was the odds of us meeting like that?
You know what that came from with me though, right? I was in an interview with this Peruvian television, and the lady said to me, she said, if you wasn't, you know, famous DLG singer, what would you be doing? You know, what would you do? Mm-hmm. What you would have been doing? And I said, well, you know, my first degree was teaching. I cut hair for a long time. I love cutting hair. I don't know, maybe doing one of those things, you know, coaching. And so she goes, nah. What did you want to do that you never did? And when she said that to me, it messed me up. It really fucked me up, because I was like, anything I wanted to do, I always made sure I did it. Right. And I was like, I don't know. I always wanted to be a doctor, but I could never work inside the hospital because I've never really had an indoor job. When we was in the barbershop, we came and went when we wanted to. So it was like hanging out. Mm-hmm. And that night I went home and I said, I want to become a paramedic. Mm-hmm. And I found the class I was living in, because I had my apartment in Miami, and I was living in, and I found a paramedic, EMT course. Mm-hmm. I thought it was the same thing. I didn't know the difference. Yeah. And then, you know, I was flying during the week to New York to take my classes and come back. And then I asked the teacher, I said, yo, when we're going to learn about medications and giving needles? He goes, no, that's paramedic. You're EMT. I was like, well, then how do I become a paramedic? And again, and then the craziest thing, the night I won the Grammy that I won, the American Grammy, I took my final around 3 hours before my flight to go to LA, because I was taking the red out. Mm. And I went, and the professor already knew that I was doing it. He was a Jewish dude, and he was into like freestyle, so he knew a little bit what I was doing. Yeah. And he was like, yo, what are you doing here? Everybody used to say this, yo, what the fuck are you doing here? I was like, this is something I want to do, and I need the money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was going through that divorce, bro. Yeah. And then I started running into a lot of people that I knew. Ralphie Boy Muñez. You know what I mean? He was an EMT too.
Yeah, Redwin. You know he passed.
Who?
Redwin. from if we talking about the same person, he went to the fire department after a while as a medic. Yeah. He died in a motorcycle accident last year.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah. He was a good brother, man. Good brother, man. He was a good brother.
Definitely was.
Yeah.
So that's how come I ran into you. I think where were we in Mount Sinai?
Was it Deer or M-Star? No, you didn't come. You wasn't upstate.
Transcare. Was it Transcare?
Yeah, it could have been Transcare. It probably
was.
It was Trash Care.
Trash Care. Yeah. Trash Care. Some guys still owe us money for breaking out on us, man. They all broke out and left the whole ambulance crew. I mean, the whole ambulance
company fell.
Company. The lady just walked out, left us on the street, bankrupt us, just left all the units on the street. Now the fire department, who was in control of the private sectors, which was Transcare, had to regulate Transcare now because nobody was there to regulate them. So it was crazy because we have a screen, right? On a screen it has where all the ambulances is at, right? So that day was so eerie because it was like, as soon as they finished whatever job they were doing, they got blanked off the screen. Bloop, they disappeared. Never seen them ever again. And it was going like that all afternoon. Soon as the guys or whoever finished with a job, and you look at the computer screen, boop, you don't see them no more.
Thank God we're here doing this music thing. Thank God we're doing this music thing.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it was a lot of our friends. So that means when they disappeared, that's it. They don't work there no more. We ain't gonna see them no more, maybe, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they were just disappearing. Bloop, 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 bloop. It was crazy. But anyway, back to food for thought in the building, man. I'm gonna bring. All right, before I do that, I'm gonna bring my boy BK Pinky in the building. He's our news specialist. What's up, Pinky? What's up in the building, man?
What's going on? How y'all doing, fellas?
What's good, Pinky? What's happening?
Yeah, I know you was listening to the show. We got James the Barber. We have International Zoe in the building, man, and we're just popping it up.
It though, boy.
You remember the joint, right?
I remember that joint. I may be looking young. But
I'm from BK, they singing it from there. Yeah, man.
That's be my joint. This be my joint. Toss it up, all that. That's be my joint.
Yeah,
man. That's to be video. That's to be dancing too back in the days. So we used to do all that. That's good.
Yeah, man, fellas, man. We got like 3 minutes left, and I got one question, man, for the both of you guys. Just what advice can you give aspiring singers or aspiring travelers or anybody try to pursue the career they're trying to pursue? James, you can start with James.
Okay. Two most important things about people around you. You can always tell a lot about a person by the 5 people he interacts with. So it's cool to bring your friends and everything around you, because I wanted to do that, and that was one of my mistakes, because those were the first ones that turned on me when I did hit. And those are the first ones that were like, well, you owe me money because I was there when you was. So, and that has become real prevalent in the hip hop game. Somebody's in the studio while you're recording now, they want some of the publishing because they told you if it was okay or not. So surrounding yourself around the right people is important. Having a plan, very important. Waiting for your opportunity. I was an overnight success. It took me about 5 or 6 years to be an overnight success. Almost 10 years. You know what I'm saying? That's I say almost 10 years, but it wasn't. It was about 5, 6 years to become an overnight success. Because as soon as you hit, they're like, oh, they came out of nowhere. They made it. They had it easy. Nobody knows when I stepped in the airports or in the street.
The struggle. They don't know the struggle.
They don't know the struggle. So and if you can't starve with someone, I always say that. You can't starve with someone. They're not there when you're starving. They shouldn't be there when you're eating. Also, very important, it's just like an athlete. Athlete stays in the gym, working on their craft. They're not hanging out, drinking and doing that. Even though the hip hop culture is about drinking and smoking, a lot of the dudes that are successful in hip hop, they don't drink or smoke. It looks like they do, but they don't. So having the right frame of mind and dealing with the right people at the right time is important, because if you're not focused, when you do have to make that decision or do have to make that connect, that you stay focused. So keep working on your craft and wait for that overnight success, because opportunity got to meet preparedness, and then you're lucky. That's what good luck is.
Yes, sir. Big up. What you think, Kay? What
Kay, you there?
Oh, he's
Kay,
blinking.
Yeah, Kay in Colombia, Medellin. I told you that's international zone. Look, he thinking about it.
Kay,
he's on that Paisa Wi-Fi.
Kay, can you hear? Can you hear us, Kay?
Kay, we
got
gonna cut you up, Kay. Yeah, you can't be out there with cricket, Kay. You can't be out there with cricket.
I don't think he hear you. Can you hear us, Kay?
No.
You hear us? Can you hear us, Kay? I don't think Kay.
It's chopping.
Oh, I got you. We got you now.
That's the Paisa Wi-Fi.
Hey, yo. Kay, Respect said you can't be all the way in Colombia with cricket wireless.
Now I can.
Yeah, that cricket wireless ain't working, man.
Yeah, he said cricket wireless ain't working, Kay.
No, he can't. Yeah, he
can't hear you.
No, I got good Wi-Fi. I got good.
No, you don't.
I got good Wi-Fi.
No, you don't.
He said, "No, you don't."
Yeah, it's like breaking up.
All right, so we just wanted to try to get inspiration to anybody who want to do what you do, man, or
He can't hear you, Bishop. He going. Just talk, Kay. If you can hear us, just talk.
Blink 2 times if you can hear.
Yo, this is like the barbershop.
The number one thing is whatever you want to do in life, you got to do it. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
See.
All right.
It's probably a delay.
I think so.
But I look good to myself.
There you go.
Frozen, but y'all are frozen.
We frozen? Oh, we frozen.
Okay. Yeah. If y'all can hear me, I'm gonna just say it. Okay. Now y'all back. Back. I would say if you want to do something. Yeah, y'all back. For me, y'all back.
Bishop, let him go.
Let him go, man.
Lord.
Yo, listen. Y'all got too much going on over there. I'll be over here doing lives and everything. I don't have no problems.
You be over there doing what?
Live, a lot. I do live.
Oh, I thought he said I'll be over there doing lines.
No. Live broadcast from the crib all day, every day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right,
it's all good. What I would say is, if you want to do something in life, like everything that I've done, the number one thing is to actually start doing it. And like they say, you miss every shot you don't take. So I think people think about doing things too much and they don't get to do it. Now, once you start doing it, I'll say get a mentor. No matter what you're doing, there's somebody who did it before you. Whether you're opening a barbershop, whether you starting a record company, no matter what you're doing, there's somebody who did it before you, and you need to find a mentor. Like I tell my son, if you listen to me, you kind of got the cheat code to some of your life. Like you could miss like maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 times that you might bump your head if you have a mentor. You know what I'm saying? You could skip over that, so you got a cheat code. Yeah. So I think it's very important if whatever you want to do in your life, number one is to take the action to do it. And number two, when you're doing it, find that mentor. That's what I would tell you.
There you go.
So I would like to thank you guys for being on the show, man. Kzo, International Zoe, it's been a pleasure, man. Always welcome back here on Food for Thought, man.
Yeah. Love you, brothers, man. We're gonna link up. I gotta give y'all a call. I'm gonna give y'all a call. James, we gotta talk. Kay, we gotta talk. So we'll do that.
James the Barba, my guy.
All right, man.
Hey,
Later,
I see
man.
you.
James.
Yo.
The Barber, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you, man, every time,
No,
man.
thank you.
I'm happy to see you, man. Nice and healthy and everything, doing your thing, man. Take care, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Be safe.
Be safe. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Them brothers, man. I love them brothers, man.
Yeah, man.
So, yo, you got something for me, Pinky?
Yeah, man. I got something. I had to throw it on the Wolfpack sweater, man.
Oh yeah, I'm
out there, man. Out there in this news, man. It's crazy.
All right, let's get into it.
Oh, good evening. All my food for thought subscribers out there.
Yep.
This is BK Pinky here to give you that food for thought news. On Monday, a 51-year-old man that got killed. He was pinned in between an SUV and a postal truck.
Wow.
His name was Najir Reed, and someone else. He got hurt as well, but the other one survived. The other one died. Najir died at 51 years old. He was well known in Harlem. This happened on 105th Street and First Avenue. It's more. I can't tell you more, but run that food for me, respect.
All right. Yeah, man, we couldn't show you the rest of that because we stopped the camera right there. One guy died and the other got injured.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Yo, the guy who drove that car, that white Mercedes, he almost hit the lady with the shopping cart, water everywhere. He was 51 years old as well. His name was Angel Melendez, and he also had his 14-year-old son in the car as well.
That's crazy.
He was arrested. He was charged for reckless endangerment, and also reckless endangerment and reckless endangerment with the child. And
what happened with the lady?
Yes, and he was manslaughter charges too because the guy died. People got to drive better out there, man. Especially.
And they didn't say if he was drunk, anything, nothing.
They say he was drunk. He said he was just,
he lost control.
Or whatever, lost control.
And what happened with the woman? Is she okay?
She all right, not the shopping cart. She out. She'll get a new one. Stuff like that.
Thank
but
God.
also he's a $500,000 bail. Yeah. So I don't know about this.
Yeah, we'll try to get something back on that later on. See what's going on.
Yeah.
See.
Right. My condolences to all the family, the Reed family out there. My condolences. Oh man, I wore this. Yo, the Wolfpack store. I had to come back out, man, because your man Tropicana Trump, man. What's up with Tropicana Trump, man? He went on the National Association of Black Journalists, and he was, his sign language, he's,
the vice president,
vice president. She's not black. She's Indian, and it's just crazy, that picking on me and stuff. He went out there. He went there in Chicago, and they asked him a couple of questions, and you know, that he said earlier, whatever, you know, about, you know, Vice President Kamala Harris, and she told he said that she's Indian and she's not black.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, let me tell you something, Tropicana Trump. Her father was Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother was Indian.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, most Indians I know is dark
Mm-hmm.
skin, black. That's most Indian. It could be a Guyanese Indian. It
Mm-hmm.
could be someone from Alice.
Mm-hmm.
They, you know, we got our you know, at the stores. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? So,
It's crazy.
you
We come
know,
in all
they
shapes,
color. We come
colors.
all shapes, man, and they don't like it. Look, they don't like it. Did a
Yeah.
hand movement.
That
You know,
hand
I don't
movement.
know. I think he talked with his hands, not, you know, and his mouth should be with his hands at. You know, so
Pinky,
he even got the gold shoes out there. You know, you saw the gold
yeah,
keys, man.
yeah.
Yeah, man. So $5.
It's a little weird too, because when he was talking about you didn't have your time ready, it kind of made me. I don't know if anybody else felt that way, but I know a couple of journalists were saying it and stuff. Made me feel like he was trying to get on that cliche, like they say, like black people time and all the color people time. Like you guys wasn't.
He was.
He's trying to, you know, with that little thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
And
was.
then he said something about, he said, well, I gave black people jobs, you know, black jobs. And the lady said, what you mean by black jobs? Said, what's a black job? He said, any
Vice
job
President.
is a black job. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Any job is a black job?
Yeah.
So, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Tropicana. You know,
you know how he is.
You know, he concentrated, man. He's
Yeah,
very
exactly.
You know. But I'm on a good note.
Was good. Yeah, it was good.
USA,
Enough of the politics.
Let's go USA.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Facts.
man, the update. USA, yo, they got 9 gold medals.
Nice.
15 silver.
Nice.
And 13 bronze medals. You know, they out there doing their thing.
So far, we winning.
You know,
more medals.
So far we got, man, like 7 medals, man.
Yeah.
And yo, big up to the most decorated gymnast in the world, Simone Biles. Has 2 gold medals, and 1 for Team USA and the other for individual all around. Her partner Suni Lee captured the bronze for individual all around.
Yeah, man. Big up.
She has 8 Olympic medals, man, and 30 world championships. She got 38 medals. This girl is the GOAT of gymnastics.
Yeah.
You know, and yo, God bless
They named that move after her, right?
Yeah, man.
They call it the Bows. Yeah, she got a move.
Check this out, Trump. She's black. You know what I'm saying? Also, big up to the USA basketball team. Yo, they 2-0, and you know, and in the Olympics, they 2-0. They play Puerto Rico Saturday. You know, to go 3-0. You know, people saying LeBron, man, 39 years old, but he busting them, you know, cast up.
He been moving out there. I seen the game yesterday when they was playing.
Man, he's doing his thing.
South Africa.
He's doing his thing.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, also that Japan game, that
Japan game.
Tough, man. Oh man, it went overtime. Yo, and the France.
They was amongst
Giants
playing. Took them to overtime.
It was like David. It was like David and Goliath.
Exactly.
You know, Wimpy is Goliath. You know. So, but he had 18 points in OT. They won 94-90. Yo, big up to them and stuff like that.
Big up.
You know, France. You know, Paris. But so also real quick. Oh man, lady got robbed in Queens, and I hope she's okay. You know, robbed for a key on 63rd Ave, 55th in Maspeth, Queens. I work for the post office too as well, so I hope you're okay, and God bless you. And
hope she okay, man.
Right.
And that's the news. DK Pinky. You know what I'm saying? Food for thought. God bless. Good night.
Yeah. Remember, everybody, next Thursday, 8 p.m. Of course, we're gonna have good people, good food, good time. Yeah, exactly. Red Specs, Alpha Moon, BK Pinky. Until next week.
And if you walk away from me, I just
Hold on.
from
Hold on. Let me hit it with this joint. Let me since James and them left, I wanted to know, the journey real quick. And I just want to hit him with a little words of wisdom. It's not how long you walk on the journey. It's how you're disciplined, how you discipline yourself to stay on the path. You follow me? It's not how long you walk the journey. You know what I'm saying? But how disciplined you are to stay on the path.
Yeah, man. Peace, man. Yeah, later.